and welcome to my channel. Because welcome, I think this is going to be the first video that I ever post on this channel or post on YouTube in general. So welcome. My name's Sammy and I thought it would be fun to do this video as like an introductory video. So I want to do the BookTube Newbie challenge because I've seen and watched so many of these and I think they are so fun and they're such a fun way to get to know people and get to know their book tastes and stuff like that, and just like an introduction to this channel because I'm very excited to start this channel and gotta get started somehow. So we're gonna start here. So I did write down all of the questions and stuff, but before we get to that, I wanted to do just some generalized information about who I am that the questions don't really answer. So first off, my name's Sammy, S-A-M-M-I. I'm 23 years old and I currently live in the Chicagoland area. I'm hoping to be able to move to downtown Chicago very soon, and by very soon, I don't know how long that's gonna be, but it's been a goal and dream of mine to live in downtown Chicago for my entire life, so I hope to be able to get there one day, but for now, I'm just living in the metropolitan area. I currently work at a local library where I have been working since I was in high school, and I worked there all throughout college, where I just recently graduated from. And there I got a degree in history and a minor in anthropology. It's something I was passionate about and still am, and I love history. I have a Siberian Husky named Rizzo, who is like my best friend. I love him. I think that's it. So we can now get started with the questions. Question one was, why did I start this channel? So I started this channel because I've literally always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I've been watching YouTube for so long and it always sounded so fun to create my own. And then when I found BookTube, I wanted to create a BookTube channel, but I was always too scared to create one. So I've just sort of been silently consuming BookTube content for the past like 10 years. And I finally just decided I just want to do it. I just want to create one. I don't want to be scared anymore. So, and I want to find new friends to talk about books with. I really only have one friend that I can currently talk books with, and so I want to have more. So that's why I decided to create this channel. Question two is, what is unique about this channel? And I feel like something unique about this channel is, of course, my own personal opinions about books. Everybody's unique in the way that they review books, the way they consume books, the way they talk about books. Everybody's unique, so that's my takes on books are sort of my own uniqueness, I guess. But also, I'm sort of creating this channel to help overcome my social anxiety. I, at one point in my life, had crippling social anxiety to the point where I would not even like go out of my house if I had to be alone. I wouldn't do anything. I would just stay in my room all day, which I still do to an extent, but at least now I'm trying to like overcome that, and this channel is sort of an outlet for that. I've definitely come a very long way with my social anxiety, and I'm very glad how far I've come, but I feel I can work on it even more. And then so this channel is sort of an outlet for that, and maybe to help other people with really bad social anxiety, maybe help them overcome it in a way, talk about it more. So yeah, that's sort of a uniqueness, I guess. So question three is, why do you love reading? And I feel like my answer is going to be very similar to a lot of other people's, but reading for me is an outlet to escape you know, my anxiety, to escape the world, my fears and everything. And it's just a way where I can read about these characters who are strong and beautiful and amazing, and I can just live vicariously through them for a little bit. And also it can help me to become more strong by watching these characters overcome their own fears and their own obstacles. I feel like I can as well. So while it's also an outlet, reading has also helped me as a person and really shapes who I am personality wise. And I just love it. I love being captured by these thousands of stories. Just, it's so fun. I see, it's like a movie in my head, and it's amazing, and I love reading. Okay, next question is, what are some of your favorite books? And I was going to prepare for this a little bit better, but I sort of just sat down and did it. So we're gonna find some of my favorite books now. I have a lot of favorite books. I'm very lenient with my 5-star rating. I read for fun, I read for pleasure. So I don't go into books being overly critical. And if I really enjoyed my time reading a book, chances are it's gonna get a high 4-star or a 5-star. But there definitely are books that I feel more personal connection to. So those are the books that I'm just going to showcase here, not all of my 5 stars, because I have a lot of 5 stars. I've been trying to be a little bit more critical with the 5 stars and maybe not giving them out so much, but I am who I am. All right, so first one is right here, and that's The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This book is just like the most perfect fantasy book, in my opinion. It's like perfect. It's huge and it's perfect. I love him. I have this little fun thing that my best friend gave me. Just the way that I felt when I read this book, I loved it. I plan on rereading this very soon and rereading Words of Radiance, which is the second one. So then I can get into the third and fourth one, and then the 5th one, which comes out later this year, I believe. The next one is over here, and that is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. It has another one of the thingies in there. This book is a book that I didn't really expect to become one of my favorites, just because it does deal with children. Like, children are a main premise of this book, and that's not something that I typically enjoy in books. I don't really enjoy children in my book. I don't know, but the children in here they're so cute. None of them are well, they're not like human, so that could be a factor as to why I enjoyed the book so much. Like, Chauncey is just this little green guy who wants to be a bellhop at a hotel, and it's amazing, and it's so cute. And I think there's a sequel for this coming out soon. The other one's over there, but are there any more over here? No. Okay, I'm gonna go get the other one. Oh, all right, so the third one is The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. This book, I've never related to a main character in a book more than I relate to this main character. This main character, Anna, was diagnosed with autism very late in her life. So she's trying to sort of grapple that diagnosis at such a mature age, I guess. Like, living her life, her entire life, not knowing it, and now all of a sudden she has this diagnosis and she's trying to grapple with that. I do not have diagnosed autism, so I'm not saying that I relate to her in that way, but just the way that she acts and the way that she thinks, I felt a very personal connection to that, and it hurt because this book, while it is categorized as romance, I don't think it should be. It's definitely romance subplot, and it's Anna dealing with her mental health, dealing with her autism diagnosis, dealing with her family, dealing with grief, and oh, it's gorgeous. I don't think I've ever annotated, I don't even know if you can see that. I've never like underlined and annotated a book as much as I did this one. I'm not someone who typically annotates a lot of books, but this one, oh. Question number 5 is, what BookTube challenge is my favorite and which will be the hardest to overcome? So I saw this when I was watching different videos of this. I saw this question interpreted in 2 different ways. Like one actual like BookTube challenges. So like fun challenges, like 24-hour and those type of challenges. But also challenges like actual challenges you need to overcome to create a channel. So I'm gonna do both. So first, I'm gonna do like the fun challenges. So my favorite one has to be like the spin the wheel reading challenges or the number generator ones. I like the ones where it's sort of up to chance what you're gonna be reading. I think those ones are so fun. And which will be the hardest? I think the 24-hour challenge, not timer method, one where you just go straight 24 hours. That one seems like the absolute hardest. I'm not someone who can stay up for 24 hours anymore. I used to be able to when I was a teenager, but now I really enjoy my sleep. So I don't think that will be a challenge that I ever attempt. Maybe. You never know. But, and then what challenge will be my favorite? I think learning how to edit might be my favorite, and learning just the intricacies of YouTube. It seems a fun way to get creative, and I don't know, it seems fun. I'm excited. I am nervous, but it's definitely a challenge that I'm looking forward to overcoming. And then which will be the hardest? I think actually getting myself to upload this video will be the hardest, because I'm scared, but I'm so excited, but I am scared at the same time. So yeah, that will probably be that. All right, question number 6 is, when did I start reading? So I started reading in 2015 when I was a freshman in high school. I just randomly picked up, actually, I know, oh, it's all the way down there. Oh no. Okay. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So I picked up this random book one day. I don't even know where I found it. I don't know where I acquired it from, but I picked up Hungry by H.A. Swain. This is a really weird book. I don't know why I picked this book up, but I did, and I really enjoyed it. It's just this book about this world where food is no longer needed. It's actually illegal, and all of a sudden our main character begins feeling hungry, and so it's this journey, her going on this journey to find food and finding this revolution of people who want to bring food back, and it's crazy. I don't know, but it sparked my love for reading, because then I picked up Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. My mom took me to a bookstore, and I picked this book up randomly. I thought the cover looked really cool. I thought the synopsis sounded really cool, and I picked it up and I fell in love with it. And this is the book that I really say started my reading, because after this one, I was like really like, oh, I need more fantasy, and I loved it. So I think I will always love this book. I know some people haven't been enjoying it as of late, but I think this book will always hold a special place in my heart, just because it sparked all this, all this from reading this book. Question 7 is, where do you read? And I typically read the most here in my room. I'm just someone who likes a really controlled environment. I get distracted very easily. So when I read outside, I will get distracted by people walking by, or I'll get scared that there's bugs crawling on me. Or if I read at like a coffee shop or something, I just get very distracted. So here in my room, I can control the environment, I can control the sounds. So it's just the place where I feel the most comfortable reading, and it's where I get most of my reading done. I'd like to be someone who reads outside, but I'm scared of bugs. I don't like bugs. So, question 8 are, what are my favorite genres? I am someone who reads pretty much all genres, but my main genre is fantasy. I think, of course, my sci-fi shelf is right here, but fantasy is my main genre. It's the main genre that I love to read the most. So I do read all genres, like romance and sci-fi. I don't read nonfiction a lot, and if I do, it's typically memoirs. I read thrillers. I'm trying to get into horror, so that might be something that comes up later. I'm trying to get more into thrillers and horror books, but I do like all genres, but fantasy is like my go-to. Question 9 is, what does my book collection look like? So this is my book collection, or part of my book collection here. So it goes all the way up there, and then there it goes sort of down. But yeah, so it goes all the way up. And then here I also have a book cart, which this just has a bunch of random books on it, and it goes, okay, I don't know what that was, but it goes all the way down. There's 3 levels, and some of these books are books that I have read, and some of them are some that I haven't, which I know some people typically do like a TBR cart, which I might eventually make this into like a TBR cart, but for now it's just a random mix. And then we also have, if we go over here, we also have this shelf right here. This is like my romance bookshelf and my contemporary bookshelf. So all of these books take place in our current world. So it's like I have romance, I have my Bridgerton books, I don't know, it's flipped. But all of those books take place in the real world. But this is my main shelf, and it's my favorite shelf. I just love looking at it. It's so fun. So those are all of the BookTube newbie questions, but I wanted to create my own question. The question is, who are your favorite booktubers, or who are my favorite booktubers? Because I feel like this question is very important for me creating this channel, because the booktubers that I watch are a huge inspiration for why I wanted to create this channel. So I thought it would be fun to shout out some of the booktubers who I love and who have inspired me. The first booktuber is Throne of Pages, Bella. I love her so much. She's so kind. Her videos are just so amazing, and they're like my biggest inspiration. The next person is Shaughnessy Schroeder, I believe. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Schroeder. Her videos are just like a light. Like, they're like a breath of fresh air. She's such a positive person, and she just seems like such a nice human being. And whenever I watch her videos, I get happy whenever I watch her videos. Just a few more, like Katie is Reading, Cassandra Lynn, Reagan from Peru's Project. Can I think of any more? I watch so many booktubers. I forget sometimes. I'm a very forgetful person. But I thought it would be really fun to shout out some of the people who I watch a lot and who really inspire me. If you don't happen to be subscribed to any of them, which if you're watching this video, you probably are, but if for some reason you're not, then go follow them, because they're just beautiful, kind human beings, and they deserve all the love. Alright, so that's it. Oh my god. That's the BookTube Newbie challenge. And I hope to create a lot more content from here on out, but this is just the very beginning. So thank you for watching if you watched all the way to this point. Crazy to think about, someone could be watching all the way to this point right now. So thank you. But I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.